Good evening, my name is Freddy Daniel. I'm going to explain phonology. This is the basic concept I'm going to talk about. The accent, it is a several way in which the language can be pronounced. We have the US accent and the UK accent. The dialect is covered variation in grammar and vocabulary. So the variety, all these aspects of language variation, pronunciation together with grammar and vocabulary, especially with grammar and vocabulary, join. The regional variation that is referring to between one place to another place. The social variation, it's referring to groups, one group to another group. The basilect, referring to the local accent, the popular accent. And acrolect is referring to prestigious form of speech. I think this is a standard English. The received pronunciation, that is the prestigious and acceptable variation that only BBC, Oxford, and the Queen speak. Non-regional pronunciation, that is the popular variation, but this variation, it is referring to the younger generation. Okay, we have another basic terminology, that science of acoustic, the study of sound in general. Also in them we have linguistic, the general study of a language. Its object, the study is language. Then we have phonetics, the study of sound in human language. The phonology, the study of the selection of pattern of sound in a language. Also linguistic is a specialist in linguistic, phonetician, especially in phonetic, and phonologist, especially in phonology. We have phonetic disciplines that articulatory, referring to movement on tongue and speech organ, acoustic to physical nature, speech signal, and auditory, how ears receive speech signals. So how language pick and patterns, that is dependent of the language, because language selects a linear range of sound. Phonemes, that is speech, continuous flow of sound with interruption, segmentation to analyze the speech divided in this continuous flow in a smaller chunk that are easier to deal with, and segmentation, and this is the result in the smaller sound unit is not operated in isolation, that man, and that is segments. And we have the last linguistic as a science, linguistic, phonetic in a phonic substance, and divided the three-way: articulatory phonetic, acoustic phonetics, and auditory phonetic, and also linguistic with phonology, grammar, and semantic. And the last part, we have a speech apparatus. That is a speech apparatus made with organ. We have any different cavities like nose cavity, mouth cavity, pharynx, larynx, and tracheas, lung, and diaphragm. Articulators are divided in two groups, active and passive. Active organ, possible to move, and passive, no move. Cardinal vowels. Cardinal vowels, there are 8 cardinal vowels. The cardinal vowels are referring to use the vowel in any different language. That is the point to all language uses. It is the limit. We have 8 cardinal vowels. Classification of vowel sounds. We have any different classification: horizontal, front, center, and back. We have vertical. We have open, half open, neat, half close, and close. Then we have rounded or unrounded, that is referring to the lips and the mouth. Vowel quality, that is referring to how to the quality of the vowel. Pure or diphthong, this is another classification. Pure, when this is one, and the diphthong, we have 2 vowels. And then we have the classification of consonant 2 in 9 types. We have glottis, velar sound, palatal sound, palato-alveolar sound. Then we have nasal dental sound and labiodental. Then in the last, we have a type of interference with, we say, positive with full contacts with articulator, fricative, light contact with articulator with a little friction. Affricate, this is the combination positive and fricative. Tap, a light hit. Roll, several tap. Lateral, tongue come into full contact with passive R. Nasal, the volume is loaded and the air stream escapes through the nasal cavity. And the last, approximate and semi-vowel. That group is especially because it is referring to one consonant have two function. The first one is like a consonant, and in other place it functions. It is a function as a vowel. Okay, thank you so much. That is referring to this video. Thank you so much. Goodbye.